Yo, what's poppin', my people? It's your boy Crooks the Great, aka CTG, and I'm back at you guys. Bro, get up. Yo, what's poppin', my people? It's your big homie Crooks the Great, aka CTG, and I'm back at you guys with another banger of a UFC 5 video. And in this video, we're going to be talking about how to dominate with grappling in UFC 5. Now, in order to do this, I'm not going to be breaking down a fight of my own. Instead, I'm going to be breaking down a fight between Nas UFC and Romero 17 that happened on the last Mellow MMA card a couple of weeks ago. Now, why I chose this fight in particular is because Romero did such a great job of dominating in the grappling aspect and really utilizing high-level grappling IQ that he was able to really nullify the elite-level striking game of Nas UFC, who's using Dustin Poirier. So, in this matchup, Romero's using Islam. Nas UFC is going to be using Dustin Poirier here. And, of course, as usual, you guys aren't going to hear the audio because you don't want to hear my voice twice. You feel me? So, let's get straight into it. Now, in this matchup, there was something important to realize because Nas was already up 1-0 at this point. So if Romero lost his fight, he was going to lose the best of 3 series for the money that they were playing for, which unfortunately he did do in the very next fight. But this fight was really, really telling. So right here, you see Romero using some nice in and out footwork, and he's mixing up strikes up top. Now, I want to pause it right here because I want you guys to pay attention to this as the fight goes along. You see how Romero isn't just shooting in to try to grapple immediately, right? He's working his hands, right? He's going to use his striking, that elite level striking that we all know that Romero has, to set up his takedowns as the round goes along. So that's a very important tip for you guys. Use your hands to set up takedowns. And this is something that I say all the time to you guys. Don't be afraid to exchange before you start initiating grappling. Here you see they're both just standing in the pocket. Both just getting a feel for what type of rhythm both of these guys are going to be trying to use against each other. And you guys see Romero's planning a lot, and there it is. There was the first. He hit a nice single leg bail, was able to take the back right there. And now he's got Nas in a really, really bad spot. And that was really all set up off of the hands, right? Nas never seen it coming. Right there, Nas is able to deny the turning takedown, but he gets dragged and thrown down into backside. Very, very clean setup right there from Romero. If you guys are looking for ways to get better in the grappling aspect or to get your opponent down, that's a very tricky way to do it. There, look, another nicely denied turning takedown right there by Nas. But look at that. Look at what just happened right there. Let's go back and replay that. I want to go back and replay that. What are we sitting at? 51:46. Okay, we're going to go back to right here, and I'm going to slow it down for you guys so that way you guys can see exactly what happened. Right? So, you're going to see here. Actually, we need to go back just a little bit farther. So you're going to see here, Nas gets thrown down. And let it play a little bit. Nas gets thrown down in the backside. He hits the get up right there. Nice denial right there by Romero. And you see the stamina is already low. Romero tries to take the back right there. He gets denied. So right here, Nas is doing a really good job of showing good defensive grappling and good defensive awareness. He's able to get back up to the feet. And now what you're going to see Romero do right here is actually high grappling IQ. He tries to drag him down. Nas did a good job of denying the first turning takedown right there. He's going to get released. Now right here, you see, although Nas was able to defend the first turning takedown off of the back, in doing so, he drained his stamina all the way down. So look at Romero's stamina. Almost all the way full. So Romero right here is going to shoot again immediately because he sees that the long-term stamina bar and short-term stamina bar are drained a lot lower. He's going to try to push him up against the cage, and he's able to get the takedown relatively easy. And that is high grappling IQ for you guys. Really, really high grappling stuff. A nice setup by Romero, and he was able to get that takedown rather easy. And there was nothing that Nas could do about it. So for all my grapplers out there, that's how you want to set up takedowns. So you see here, both guys' stamina bars are getting drained a little bit, but Islam is really built for this. He really is built for high grappling scenarios. So it's going to favor Romero the longer this fight drags out. Right there, they're both punching, jockeying for that GA. For those of you guys that don't know what the GA bar is, it's actually that bar, that red bar that you see, the red and blue bar. And it's a nice indicator based off of punches and like fake transitions and stuff like that. That's going to tell you how easily you're going to get a transition. There was a nice denial by Nas not to get stuck in that Kimura. But you see, this round is just chipping away, and Romero knows it. The more time is spent here, the less time Nas is going to have the opportunity to land one of those heavy damaging combinations that Dustin's known for in the game. Romero's really just going for control, landing some ground and pound when he can. He's dominating with grappling right now. Punching the body. Nice sweep right there by Nas, but you see there's only 4 seconds left, and that's the end of the first round. Now, very, very solid work there from Romero 17. He did a good job of setting up the grappling with the strikes, with the hands. And then when he did get the opportunity to grapple, he utilized every single second of it. He made Nas work. And then when Nas was able to get back to his feet off of a nice denial, he immediately shot again when Nas had low stamina. So it was crazy. A lot of people might not have noticed kind of the little intricacies that Romero was doing on the ground, but it really, really paid dividends for him in that first round. And as you guys are going to see, it's going to start to set up things for him later on in the fight, whether it be on the feet or on the ground. You guys see here, starting off, you see Dustin Poirier's long-term stamina is a little bit more down, is a little bit lower than Romero's, than Islam's here. That's going to start to become a huge factor if Romero can continue to initiate grappling like he did right there. Hit him with a nice slip clinch, pushed him up against the fence. Gonna hit a turning takedown and right back down to where Romero wants to be. That very tricky takedown entrance is a thing of beauty. Right here you see Romero faking. He tried to posture up. Nice denial right there by Nas. Nice denial right there by Romero. And into side saddle he goes. You guys see here, although Nas isn't getting put in too terrible of spots, he's being controlled. He really is. He's not being able to do what we all know Nas likes to do, and that's stand up and really strike with you. So Romero right now is really neutralizing Nas's elite striking with grappling. It's a very, very good game plan to use. But the surprising thing about it is how easily he's getting these transitions and how easily he's been able to get Nas down so far. Right there, nice Kimura. Now they're stuck in a submission system. All right, so you guys see right here, he's got him in a nice Kimura. He's draining that stamina down, but this sub right here is very, very hard to get, but I like what Romero's trying to do. He's threatening every single time he gets Nas in a bad spot. He's really trying to make Nas's mind kind of think. And that's really what you want to do here as a grappler. When you do get a good position, but nice sweep right there by Nas. Really good spot, but you know, he's playing the game that Romero really wants to play. And that's there in the grappling aspect. And look, there's another Kimura right there off the beautiful sweep. So So right here, he has a better chance of actually getting it. But like I said, that Kimura, man, it's incredibly difficult to get, man. It really, really is. But I like what Romero's trying to do. And I like how he's really dictating the pace to Nas. And that's really what you want to do as a grappler. You want to dictate the pace of the ground movements to your opponent. It's a very, very good tip to use. See there, both guys are punching, jockeying for that GA. Nice posture up right there by Romero. It's going to reset the clock. It's going to allow for him to ride the round out as long as he doesn't get hit by a submission. So very, very good second round there from Romero. Very, very good. He's neutralized any sort of threat on the feet from Nas. And he's really 2 rounds up to nothing. And that's how quick it can go. You know, if you're able to take somebody down and really just be patient and neutralize any sort of like sub threat, you can hold them down like this. You really, really can. Now, I'm not trying to say it's super easy because it's not, but if you really, really utilize the tips that we're breaking down here in the video, you're gonna be able to get your opponents down rather easy. And then you can do your real work. Right there, nice fake right there by Romero. Nice straight. And now you see Nas is having to cut his combination short and keep them short and sweet because of the threat of the takedown. So you see now it's opening more opportunities up top for Romero. And you see he actually has a long-term stamina lead by just a little bit, but it's there. Nice slip clinch. Very reminiscent of Treehouse. Treehouse loves to do those slip clinches. Right there, nice combo. And you see Nas is just kind of, you can see him, he's a little bit, even though you can't really see his face, obviously, you can tell just by the way that he's playing, he's a little bit bewildered. He doesn't know when's the right moment to open up. Is Romero going to shoot for a takedown? When is he going to shoot for a takedown? How is he going to get it? Is he going to clinch me? There's so much stuff playing in Nas's mind that he has to think of every single problem that's going to come his way. And he can't just focus in on one. And that's the beautiful thing about the way that Romero has set up this grappling performance here, is because now Nas doesn't even know when he's gonna shoot for a takedown and if he's gonna clinch him like he did right here. And the threat is just gonna keep Nas on his toes all fight long. There you see both guys kind of just taking their time. Nas is really looking for something big to land. Nice uppercut right there. And you see, although he's putting a lot of pressure, the volume is at a slower pace just because of that cardio disadvantage. Nice body work right there by Romero. And now you see he's more content to stand up in this round. There's a nice, beautiful single leg entry, and he's able to get him down. Very, very clean work. And you see he didn't do it early in the round because he knew Nas was going to expect that, because he's done it in the previous 2 rounds. But here he's in an arm triangle, and this is nasty. This is nasty for Nas right here, because this is a very, very bad place to be with a stamina disadvantage. Right there, he's able to defend nicely. It's a race. Nas goes for backside, and he's able to transition out. So very, very clean work right there from Nas, but he's not going to be able to do anything when he's on top. And that's the end of the 3rd round. Very, very solid work right there. Very solid work from Romero. And you see all of the things that he did in the previous 2 rounds really paid dividends for him there in the 3rd round, because it not only drained Nas's long-term stamina down, but it really started to make Nas have to be way more cautious than he should have been because of the grappling threat. And this is what's going to happen for all of you strikers out there if you can start to work grappling into your gameplay. Super important. Once you start dominating with grappling, these strikes will be there. Very reminiscent of the way that Islam was able to beat Dustin in real life. Dustin always had to be aware of the grappling threat, and so that made him a lot more cautious with his boxing combinations than we've seen him before. Nice slit. See, Romero's working the hands a little bit. There's a nice double leg bail. Takes the back. Nice turning takedown denial right there by Nas, but look at the stamina drain down low. Turning takedown, and ooh, nice denial. But you see, it's taxing that long-term stamina bar. And the more it does that, the more in favor of Romero it's going to be. Nice combo. So I know a lot of you in the comment section are going to say, oh, well, Crooks, Romero's long-term stamina bar is lower too. That is true, but the lower the stamina goes, the more in favor of a grappler it's going to be. Because if you're using a striker like Dustin, you have to, your job primarily is going to be getting the job done on the feet. And if somebody's able to lower your stamina down to this point, you're not going to be able to throw those long-term combos, those long combination strings that it's going to take to put somebody like Islam away. See there? Oh, nice hook right there. Now he's going for the finish, and he's able to get the job done right there. And like I told you guys, the grappling is what set that up. The grappling drained that stamina down. It drained it down lower and lower and lower, and Nas made a really big mistake, really big mistake by not throwing a stationary combo quick enough, and he got caught with that rear hook, and it put him to sleep because he got caught in vulnerability. And that's really what dominating with grappling can really set up for you. It really can. So for those of you guys that don't know or that aren't very good at grappling or just think, oh, I don't want to grapple, grappling can really set up finishes for you guys in UFC 5 exactly like this, because it makes your opponent have to be aware of the grappling threat. And when they do drop their hands or they're constantly thinking about it, they're forgetting the combinations that come up top, and then you're able to get a clean KO like Romero 17 did in this video right here. But that's it for the video, guys. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to slap that subscribe button as well as slap that like button. And if I need to clarify anything that I went over in the video, please ask in the comment section, man. I'm replying to every single comment on this video. But until next time, take it easy, be safe, enjoy the rest of your guys' day, afternoon, evening, depending on where you guys are watching this from. And I will see you guys in the next video.